it was really only a few days ago that I discovered how frightened Ben was at the time. He said absolutely nothing. He just said,
His white knuckles didn't give it away.
Yeah. That's because I always spoke to him at the end.
Yeah.
You know, I said, how was that? And he said, that was great.
Sure.
You know, meaning
that was great.
that is now over.
Well, I didn't write jokes because my feeling was, and this is my feeling about comedy when I was young, was that comedy for men and for women was quite different. See, I think jokes are very male because you build it up and then there's the punchline.
It's some kind of
You
felt.
want to do it again?
Yes, please. Yes.
Go. Nice, right?
It's very nice.
I thought I'd bring you some sunshine.
It's lovely. It's like a pool table.
Yes!
Like
it was actually made out of one.
Really?
Yeah.
I nearly said something very rude.
Oh.
The day that my fridge can order the things that I don't have in my fridge.
Yeah, that it hasn't got.
Yeah, that'll be glorious.
Yes, look forward to that day.
Word, punchline.
So it's a sort of male orgasm, whereas female comedy is often different. You know, you're kind of funny in the middle, and then you're funny again, and then you're absolutely hilarious at one point, and then it kind of tapers off. So it's a sort of... But you know what I mean?
Some women sadly never get the laugh.
No, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I was a bit scared to meet you because I just saw a movie that you had done called Centurion. Is that the name of it? Where...
Well, I did it a couple of...
Right, but I just saw it. It was on because I don't get the first-run movies. And the... you were killing people and running around in a horse.
With an axe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
cutting them up in pieces.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes.
You see?
If someone looked at your Google history, what kind of person would they find?
I look up the most ridiculous things. Often I find I now look up phrases that I use. I suddenly realised recently that I use so many phrases like Pete's sake or whatever, and I have no idea where it came from. And I've gone into a bit of an obsession of looking everything up.
Cars, I'm afraid, would be mine. Just ludicrous.
I've heard.
Yeah, it's easy to lose your sense of humour in some situations, isn't it?
Yes. Well, so that's very interesting. So...
We're being so racy, I can't believe it. This place is like a church as well. It's all the stained glass windows. I'm getting nervous. But I do think that jokes are a male construct.
Very adept at it. The horse riding was amazing.
And the audience doesn't intimidate me at all, you know? I don't have to hide for that, so...
No, to be honest, they don't intimidate me much either. But sometimes... no, a little bit. Some of them, you know who you are.
You know, they made a special, very tiny little axe for me so I could conceal it easily because I'm a woman. So there's a, you know...
Do you still have it?
What bit of tech couldn't you live without?
I like to think that I couldn't do without a mobile. But then sometimes you do without a mobile for half a day and you think, that's great. I really like that. Or sometimes when you're trying to make a phone call and you're on a landline and you think, oh my God, this is great. How can you know, the reception is perfect.
I'm so glad I've taped the mic to my thigh with gaffer tape, you know, the really strong stuff. It's going to leave a mark.
flown off just now.
Oh, yes.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm an enormous fan.
Oh,
I can't
thank you.
believe I haven't had a chance to talk to you till just now.
I know, and we danced first.
I know.
Are you evil?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I don't know, actually.
So you're
I'm
the clone?
very confused.
No.
I might be the clone.
Where are you from?
Well, I was born in Ukraine, then I moved to France when I was 16, then I lived there, and now I moved to London, then I went to... Wait, I didn't...
Well, if you were born in the Ukraine and you lived there to 16, then I would say Ukraine, surely.
Yeah, but...
That probably in the third film he's become a little more inept than ever. That would
Oh,
be
you
my
think
only
so?
observation.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'm pleased to hear that. I mean, there's something actually... Yeah. Individual who thinks he's James Bond but isn't, and we enjoy watching him fail to achieve his ambitions, although rather bizarrely at the end of the film he achieves the ultimate ambition of defeating the enemy, which is what always happens at the end of a Johnny English movie. But
How much of that still applies?
Yeah, well, pretty much all of it, although I do shave my legs.
You do? And you still squat?
I do, yeah, I did some this morning, actually.
Oh, good.
I'm beginning to regret them, but... What else have we got? Shaves the head. Yeah, I've done that twice.
Yes.
I still
Recently,
wear
it
baggy
looks like.
trousers.
Passport, a French passport.
Only French.
A Swiss passport.
No.
Yeah, to be more kind of... Well, what's wrong with that? It'd be more international and dangerous. Like,
I know.
which passport shall I use to get through customs today?
Yeah.
With my little axe.
I know. Well.
Do you ride horses?
Well, in Centurion, I had to.
That's what I'm saying.
And that was
You were-
the first time I touched a horse.
Really?
Yeah, I had never been close to that animal. They're huge.
So it's so great because, like, I grew up with Mr. Bean. My little
Right.
sister, she watched the
Right.
animated series, then I
Right,
showed her
right.
live action, and now it's being introduced to a whole new
Whole
generation.
new generation.
So
Oh,
what's
great.
that
Oh,
been
I'm
like?
pleased. Yeah, well, I'm pleased because I think the stuff is pretty timeless.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it can be enjoyed by subsequent generations of people.
I love doing street theater.
I was a bit earnest, I think.
Dude, I had a girlfriend in college who wanted us to do street theater. And I always thought, like, those people on the street don't want to see us do theater.
No.
They're just trying to get to work. We're an obstruction.
Yeah, don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. It's like clowns, you know, or people doing mime and stuff in the street. You just immediately turns me into a psychopath. I just want to kill them.
They're a public hazard.
And they smell awful.
I know. Oh my God. Well, that thing is actually very cute. You see that one I'm not afraid of.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
You
But-
see it up close, you get afraid its nose vibrates.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, he's got some kind of breathing apparatus in there.
In fact, we're finding this to a certain extent with Johnny English because a lot of people who were 10 or 12 when the first movie came out are now in their 20s or 30s, and so they are now very interested in they're discovering it again, or indeed they're having children who are now discovering Johnny English because their parents are recommending the fact. And
So, yes, another sketch I wrote for a television series was about a Victorian woman coming home. It's all about sex. I can't believe it. Anyway, never mind. It's fine. It's interesting.
That's not my favorite animal. My favorite animal is a squirrel.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
They're the cutest things in the
It's
world.
a rat with a good publicist. It's not a...
It's a cute thing with a fluffy, bushy tail.
No, it's a rat. That's all it is with a big guy.
And adorable.
It's a rat with a scarf.
No.
English comedy like a product you can export to the rest of the world?
Well, let's hope so. Or we'll be making a huge mistake with this film.
As so many women were in those days, in absolute and utter ignorance, not only of sex and the sex act, but also of people's genitalia, and the male genitalia, which, as we all can agree, I think, is, upon first sight, relatively alarming. And not...
I agree. 100%. 100%.
In fact, I know how to say I love squirrel in Chinese.
Well,
And,
that's too good to pass up. Can you say it now?
Sure.
Okay, say I love squirrels in Chinese. Is it Mandarin or Cantonese?
Mandarin.
Okay, then.
我爱松鼠.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
Because I think Rowan's comedy in particular is universal because it's really, it almost really has its roots in, the ancient commedia dell'arte. Really, it's the clown. It's basically someone completely out of their depth, struggling to survive in a world that they don't understand and then they can't control.
Come on!
100%. We're so sorry.
It takes a while.
It does.
To
it looks like
accustom.
it's in its pupa stage.
Yep.
I stood up on the stage in China once and I came out and I took the mic and I said, 我爱松鼠, and there was no reaction. So, and the guy said, well, what did you want to say? So I thought,
Ooh la la.
pronounced it wrong. And I said, well,
You
I wanted
pronounced
to
that
say-
pretty good, didn't you?
I want to say I love squirrels. He said, oh, that's what we understood, but we thought that was the weirdest thing to say on a stage.
So, the last time you did the Johnny English movie was 2003. We're talking 15 years ago.
Yeah. I haven't changed a bit, have I?
Has anything changed?
Yeah.
Of course you haven't, but...
So much has changed. When we made the first film, we were basically using the same technology that Charlie Chaplin used. We were filming, it was, film cameras and, the whole thing, clapper loaders, huge sets.
Donald Trump, I understand, asked you out once.
Don't remind me.
The one that got away. How did that... This is not a picture of him. I don't believe that's a picture of him.
He did.
But how did that happen, Emma?
I don't know. He's weird.
Talking?
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.